Okay, so now we're going to look at the first three notes on clarinet. So these are a little bit different to the notes that we've been using so far, in that this note here has a little made up line. We call them ledger lines on it. So the first three notes in clarinet is our first note C, our second note D, and our third note E. So E is a note that we can use our every good boy deserves fruit. It's on our first line there, E. As for these two, we can remember them by D is the note under the stave, and then C we have one ledger line for. Other than that, there's no real rhyme. You might like to come up with a rhyme by yourself for them, or a way of remembering them by yourself. So I've also got this fingering chart here, which I will post in the description, and it's got our notes C, D, and E here. So that's a little bit hard to see, so I won't talk too much about that. But that will be in the description, so you can have a look at that at home. Okay, so now we're going to talk and have a look at the actual clarinet, and look at our first three notes. So our first three notes again, C, D, and E. So our first note C, we're going to be using 4 fingers really, but 3 fingers on the front. So we're going to be using our first key, our second key, and our third key. Just be careful with this finger that you're not arching it up and leaving a little gap inside there. You've got nice relaxed fingers, they're coming down here. Try and keep your pinkies down on this little metal bit. We don't want to be playing posh clarinet out here like this. Fingers down nice and even. Plus you're going to hold that key in the back for me, just like that. 3 fingers and 1 on the back for that C. For the D, our second note, we've got 2 fingers. So we're not going to hold it like this, but just to show you, we've got 1 finger here, 2 fingers here. So we've taken off that 3rd finger. So really we're going to hold it still with our pinky down on this metal bit, but our finger just kind of hovering above, so we can get back and we don't have to do huge movement like that. Okay, so our first note C, second note D, third note E. So we've just got our first finger on like that. So when we do play it normally, fingers just hovering above. Our first note E, third note E, second note D, and first note C. So, yep. Okay, so now we're going to talk about playing those first 3 notes. So our first note C, second note D, and third note E. What we're going to do is we're going to try and play together with me. And we're going to hold each of those notes for 4 beats. So sitting up nice and straight. Pinkies on the metal. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to do the exact same thing this time, except we're going to tongue 4 on each. So we're going to go C, 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 D, D, just like that. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Remembering when we are playing 2 hands on the clarinet, 1 hand is always for these 3 notes on the back here. So our C, D, and E. This thumb doesn't change. Keeping our hands nice and relaxed, and keep working on it. Making sure you're covering all the holes with your fingers.